Alright, so for today, as promised, here it is, the Elektronika MK52, a programmable calculator. This is the original box. I have two units. This one in the box is for the parts, which I also have replacements for the view. These I got them from my friend. Alright, so as I said, this is the parts machine. This is the earlier one from 86. Here is the original manuals in Russian. I won't be using those because my Russian is not as that good to use them. I have got this manual for the MK61, which is 100% compatible with MK52, apart from the memory, but I will explain later. And this is the power supply. I won't be using those. I be using 4 AA batteries. This one is the my main working one. This cover you put on it, and to prove it, works like a jar. Okay, so I will put this back here and start to explain. So this is, as you can see, a programmable scientific calculator. Also has expansion ports. This is for memory expansion, and this is for factory debug port. Sometimes it's not present, and it was used to check if the calculator is okay. There is also some place for here from the additional expansion ports, but they were never used, never been put here. So as you can see, there is no equal sign because this is the RPN calculator. So for example, if we want to add 2 plus 2, so we do 2, enter, and we have already 2, so plus we have 4. Also, important thing when using this one is that we must wait for at least 10 seconds before powering on again, because sometimes if we like cycle, oh yeah, so trash on the screen. Okay, so now some information. This calculator has memory for 105 steps of program, plus EEPROM storage, which stores 512 steps or data, because data on it and steps are 8 bits, so 512 bits. Also, the EEPROM on it did read the previous owner's programs that I have here, but I erased them because I was playing with it. So yeah, it has 15 programmable registers and 4 main ones, which are the X, Y, T, and Z. The memory goes from X to Y to T to Z. The 15 programmable ones can be used by the user. Also, it has, for example, here is the on-off switch, the clear, write, read, the rad gradients, and data or programs switch. Also, this calculator went to space on the Soyuz, I mean Mir missions. I will show the photo, and also some games were available, like based on our Polish movie called Sex Mission, which I'll also be showing. So now for the basic usage. As we covered, it's the RPN calculator, so we need to keep that always in mind. But first, let me show you how to even program this thing. So we have this whole keypad, and we are in automatic mode, auto. So it only does some basic math functions. If we want to program it, we need to do function PRG. So now we have the steps counter, and here we would have the codes for the instructions, which we just need to insert. For example, let's do pi to the second power and stop. So we have this, some numbers, and these numbers correspond to the big table. Let me just find this table. I will add this document in the description, because it's a very good manual for it, because it works. So as you can see, here are those numbers. So for example 20, which should be P, so we 2, first is 2, second is 0, yes, FP, it's P. Okay, and then to run this program we need just to go to auto and do run stop. I also recommend doing B0, which resets the steps, and we have our P to the power of 2, if I remember. So now we will reset it. Next, how to even write to it. So we have these two buttons. So we have arrow and arrow up and down. They both are used to write data to the EEPROM. Before we start, we always need to clear the EEPROM. So the structure of the address is always like this. Always 1 is always in front. The next 4 bits are our nibbles of data that we want to write, remove. I mean, not nibbles of data, but the address of before. So like if there was something, I would start at another nibble address to write it. And the last 2 are our steps. Let's clear for 7. We need to keep in mind that we always need to have 7 steps. We always need to write in 7s, because this calculator, instead of writing step 1, step 2, step 3, it writes step 2, step 3, step 4, 5, 6, 7, and then first. So we always need to clear 7 steps because the first step won't be written. And we always do that for more data. So for example, if you had 34, we plus add 1, so it's 35, which is divisible by 7. So we do address, so it goes to that address, and perform operation, which is, for example, clear. We can now read and check. Let's just turn it to read and go to PRG using ENG and ENG. With those arrows we can move through the steps, and there is nothing. So let's write our, okay, we have now cleared the memory for our 7 steps. So let's now write a program, simple. Let's write a simple program. So let's do from load X from a register, which is P to X, which is, for example, register 1. Then we have our 1 in the X, so we, for example, divide by 3, and then stop. Well, and that's all. We go to the after. Remember also, when you are writing program, clearing the memory always clears the RAM, so you use your program. So always clean the memory before programming or writing. So let's write. So it's the same 1000007 address, and do the job. And now we will clear, wait for it to turn into a read. We do program to check that we have nothing in memory after, and now 100007 address do. Yes, so our batteries are low. If you ever see this screen with some dots, replace your battery. So I will just do a quick swap on one battery because I know it's a low one. Yes. Once again, 100007 address and read. We go now into program, and we have our program which we can now run. So before we run this, we need to clear this and enter to the register 1 some data. For example, let's do 6. So we should have 3 if I remember. We load x2p1 and now 0 clear start, and we got 3. So this is this calculator in a nutshell. I will do more episodes. This was a very quick episode because not only I suffered a small injury from my bike literally when I recorded the Polish version, but also I don't have currently much time because there is a lot of paperwork to do because I'm going to study. I'm going to the university, so yeah. So this is a quick video just to show you how to use this calculator. I will of course make more episodes about it because I love this thing. This is my favorite calculator ever made, and possibly one of the kind, because there is literally only this calculator uses EEPROM as its storage. So yeah.